I'm Ken Blythe and I have the honour of being your pastor. If you've been at church recently, if you've been watching us online, or if you're up north and have been keeping up to date with our newsletters and connections emails, you know that there is so much happening at St Armand's Quay Lutheran Church right now. We have new cameras and lighting on order for our sanctuary to improve the look for those joining us in person in worship and for events, and especially to improve the quality for those who join us online. The restrooms in the narthex and in the fellowship hallway have all been completely renovated and are looking absolutely great. One of the large plant beds in the courtyard has been lovingly redone, and new benches have been purchased, all as a loving memorial gift. Soon, you're going to see a brand new and amazing St Armand's Quay Lutheran Church website. Look for that. Now, as we come out of the pandemic, we're looking forward to resuming and expanding our programs and ministries at St Armand's Quay Lutheran Church. But to expand programming, we need to improve Fellowship Hall and we need to remodel Ogram Hall. To be honest, we have become to realise that some areas of our church are just in need of some TLC. I invite you to watch this video and to learn more about this exciting new project.
As many of you know, I come from a business background. Last year I had the opportunity to help craft the congregation's 2022 budget. We called our budget an investment in our future. We did things people didn't think possible. And I'm here to share with you that right now our revenues have exceeded our budget by a substantial amount, and we are experiencing a fairly large surplus. It is in this environment that many of us believe we should approve this proposal to upgrade our facility. By doing so, we will bring new people into our church. They will see not only what we do, but where we do it. This is one of the ways we can grow.
I've had many opportunities to work within a church volunteer situation, as well as other volunteer opportunities. After becoming a member here at the Church on the Circle, I've had the opportunity to participate in several events in Fellowship Hall. They include the strategic planning event, council conversation with the congregation last January, packing the LWR personal care kits, and just recently packing the backpacks for underprivileged children in our area. This upgrade will not only give our church function a more up-to-date design and feel, but will also present a more welcoming environment to community groups gathering in our spaces. Improving these areas will not only afford us the opportunity for growth, but will also a feeling of pride in our church home. I believe the Fellowship Hall will really benefit from a new look. With this upgrade, I can imagine the room becoming a center for so many more activities for the church and for the community. That is also how we grow.
Hi, I'm Joyce Hart. I'm a member of the Property Committee. I'm also a member of the Church Council. I've worked on this proposal since the very beginning of the year. The Property Committee took the 2019 Space and Utilization Report and updated it for a post-pandemic church. We focused our attention on fellowship and Ogram halls. We know that Fellowship Hall must become more welcoming and attractive. It's going to be used more frequently. New vinyl flooring will replace the carpet that everyone hates, and the drywall installed in one section of the ceiling rafters will be removed to open up the space and enhance the look and feel of the room. Everyone asks why we're fixing up Ogram Hall when nobody uses it, but that's why. We need to make this room more usable. First, we removed the big closet in the center of the room, and we want it to become a more multimedia education center for both our Christian education programs and beyond. Second, in the lessons of the pandemic, we want a larger conference room. No longer will we need to squeeze 15 or more people into that little room across from the main office, and I can attest to that. It's pretty small when we're all in sight on the council at the same time. Thank you for your consideration for supporting this project.
Like Joyce, I'm also a member of the Church Council and a member of the Property Committee. So we planned for a post-pandemic church. And during the process, we were confronted with a new economy. The original commercial bid came back in for over $280,000. That was a cost and a risk we did not feel was doable right now. We could not do anything, so my experience as a commercial general contractor and estimator, so we pared down the cost of the project. Through a small group of different vendors, we were able to recommend a series of improvements to these two rooms at a cost of $58,500. During the property committee's consideration of the proposal, they added funds for new lighting, an electrical allowance for new thermostats and outlets, and some AV equipment for both rooms, bringing the total project cost to approximately $80,000.
I'm a member of both the Council and the Finance Committee. Once the Property Committee made their recommendations, the Finance Committee had to consider the additional cost to the budget. We believe this investment is needed, but we also felt an obligation to manage our finances in the uncertain economic environment. Last December, an anonymous donor of our church gave us a generous contribution of $250,000. This was an incredible gift at an incredible time. Our reserves had gone down significantly during the past recession. We needed to rebuild our reserves to approximately half of our general operating budget. This gift did that. It also enabled us to invest in the projects described earlier by Pastor. So we were uncomfortable spending reserves. The Finance Committee approved the proposal with the caveat that the congregation would raise the $80,000 before beginning the work. With that requirement, we approved the recommendation unanimously, which forwarded it to the Council for consideration.
As a member of the Council, I spoke up when this came before us. I shared with my colleagues the importance of improving our facility, and I spoke of the importance of doing this now. We have talked and talked about improving these rooms. We now have a proposal at a minimum possible cost for all that is being done, and we must approve this. Our hope is that with the congregation, they will step up and pledge or fund the $80,000 quickly. You should know that members of the Council have already pledged over $1,000 to this project. We want to begin this work right after Labor Day. And we want it completed in time for the busy season during the fall, winter, and spring. My hope is that we can celebrate the completion of this work by the time of our Oktoberfest celebration.
I'm Steve Gunderson. As Council President, I've been a part of these discussions every step of the way. This proposal was approved first by the Property Committee, then the Finance Committee, and finally the full Church Council. Our Constitution requires that any new spending in an amount that exceeds 5% of general operations budget must be approved by the congregation. We now ask for your support. We believe this work is an important step in equipping our church's facility to support our growth in programs and service to the community. We ask for your vote to approve this proposal on August 14th, and then we ask that everyone in the congregation prayerfully consider what you can donate to help us reach our $80,000 goal. We would love to have every family in this congregation participate, no matter how large or how small your gift might be. Think how great it would be if we can say that everyone in this congregation has been a part of the investment in our future. If you can make a donation, we ask that you label it Refresh Project on the check ledger. If you're going to make a pledge, would you notify Michael Bodnick so that he can put the amount of your pledge in the calculation as we try to raise the full $80,000. So we need everyone's participation. Thank you for who you are and for all you have done to make this such a great congregation. And now I hope that you will join us in this next important step.